Welcome to the digital well-being webinar, Romanian edition, let's say. So we will start first with a few words about Project Circle, the project in which we have organized this webinar. Andrea, I think, wrote you in the chat a few rules during the webinar, so you will be muted, unmuted only when you will have some questions to ask. Otherwise, you can use the chat to ask some questions or the Q&A. I don't know which one is the mainstream. Okay. So otherwise, write down your questions if you have some. We will have Q&A sessions along the way, so you can you can ask your questions then, and you will be answered. Okay, so we will start with a short presentation about the Circle. What is this project, and how did this project came alive? So Circle is a project under the Erasmus Plus umbrella, co-founded by the European Union. It's a cross-country, cross-disciplinary program for European freelancers and entrepreneurs. So the objectives are to make everybody participating more resilient and thriving through learning and entrepreneurship. We have 3 countries involved in this project, Italy, Spain, and Romania, and entities from each of these countries. The project's main goal was to actually touch base with the entrepreneurs and the creatives throughout Europe, let's say, and teach them about resilience during these hard times, for example, the pandemic times, or in times where there is a major disruption in their activity, like it happens during these years. So at the end of the project, we'll have some knowledge packs for creatives and for entrepreneurs, knowledge packs that will have some tools to help you get over similar disruptions in the future. Okay, these are the partners in Project Circle: Impact Hub from Bucharest, Impact Hub Madrid, Matera Hub from Italy, and Zitec, the company I work for, which is also from Romania. Okay. I'm not going to provide more details about each partner, as we want to go directly to the contents of the webinar. But basically, you can also check out the website of the project, and there you'll find more details about each partner involved in the project. Okay, what will you learn in the Circle? So for general businesses, you will have access to new entrepreneurial and digital skills. You will find out and learn how to unlock your innate creativity, how to collaborate more smoothly with the creatives you recruit and help you reach your goals. And for the creative businesses, so they will learn how to command creativity and build structure, how to use entrepreneurial, creative, and digital skills to build a strategy. You'll learn about diversifying your financial pillars and how to amplify and measure your impact and be a strong leader for your allies and your partners. I know these are broad objectives, but you will see that the tools that we envisage and also this kind of webinars will provide you with enough creative tools, let's say, to help you achieve that. Okay. As I said, the results from the Circle project will include creative kits that will be for entrepreneurs and creatives. entrepreneurial kits and digital kits. Okay, kits meaning that you will have there some tools that you can use in the future to learn more, to be more resilient, and to achieve more in your business. So this was the introduction about Project Circle. As I said, if you have more questions right now, you can write them in the chat, or you can check out the website of the project and find out more there. Okay. So today we will discuss about 3 major things. First one is the digital well-being. Second one is digital marketing, and the third one is a little bit more technical, let's say, because it's about the non-fungible tokens and the relation with the blockchain. What are NFTs, how to use them, how to make money out of it, how to create them, and so on and so forth. So without further ado, let's start discussing about digital well-being. What is digital well-being? Okay. So digital well-being is a term that refers to the way in which technology and digital services affect people's mental, physical, and social, emotional wellness. So this is the most broad and the definition I like about the digital well-being. Of course, you will find other definitions, a lot of definitions about that. But the one I like is this one because it has as an objective to increase digital well-being is to build technology in such a manner in which to encourage your healthy use of technology during your daily life and to maintain a healthy lifestyle. That means, you know, healthy lifestyle at work, because during the pandemic years, we have all been working from home, or most of us. So it was a major disruption in the way in which we did things. Healthy lifestyle in having a balance between you know, your social life and your digital presence, your digital footprint, because we all have social media accounts, we all have teleconferences, or we play online games. So we will have to look out and maintain this balance between all these aspects of our lives. So as I said, digital well-being has 4 pillars: mental well-being, emotional, social well-being, and physical well-being. In each of these pillars, the technology has an impact. Okay, and you will see here for each of the pillars, you will see a negative impact that technology can have, and also a positive impact. So what you want to do is to look out for the negative impact and try to diminish its, I don't know, its presence, and try to make more out of it from the positive impact on each of the pillars. So, for example, for mental well-being, we have all been, or most of us, we have accounts on social media networks, okay? Social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram. And one of the negative aspects that's been emphasized about these social networks is that they are emphasizing the differences between us and the less so-called role models that we see there in those social networks. And that that can lead in time to, I don't know, a lot of mental problems, let's say, could lead to negative thoughts, because we're comparing to some people that I don't know, present themselves in a perfect manner pictures that they post there, in their posts, okay? And we always will try to compare our lives with those of people that are present there. So what we want to do is we want to eliminate this negative impact and try to see things as they are, each with its life, and no one is perfect, even though they present themselves sometimes like that in their posts on social networks. What we can find positive in the mental well-being pillar is that by using technology, for example, we can find sources of support and help for our problems, whether we are looking, for example, for applications to discuss with someone online about your mental health, or during times when you're feeling down, then you will find resources there to talk to someone and try to overcome these feelings. Okay. In the emotional well-being panel, so this technology encourages addictive behaviors, meaning that some people wake up and immediately start checking out their social profile, see what likes they got during the night, during the time they were off, or we compulsive check our phones or our profiles during the day to see what happened there. And this in time also leads to a sort of addiction to the screen, whether it's the screen of your phone, of your smartphone, of your computer, of the television set you're watching, Netflix or HBO or whatever. So all these screens lead to some sort of addiction. And if you calculate the time spent on each of the screens during the day or during the week, you will find some amazing figures there. So in the social well-being, one negative aspect that could happen is that you can experience, for example, or can be engaged in cyberbullying. I don't know how many of you have been experienced this kind of problems online, but they happen during on social media platforms, or whenever we have our digital footprint online. You can experience this kind of I don't know, rage speeches online, or someone cursing or having their way at you during your sessions there. You can also become a victim of crime, for example, if you are not familiar with the rules of digital footprints in terms of keeping your data safe, data about credit cards when you buy online, or when you are paying for something. If you communicate this kind of information, you can, of course, become a victim of a cybercrime. You can be stalked, of course, but this social well-being in the online with the online presence can help you prevent isolation, let's say, because during these years, as we have been working from home, you have not been exposed, for example, to the usual work environment in which you meet your colleagues in a physical place, you go out to have lunch. So working from home can isolate you from the others. So talking to someone online or being present in social networks can help you overcome that, okay? In the physical well-being pillar, these aspects are related to actually how your posture during the times that you see your screens. So if you don't have a healthy posture while you work at your laptop or computer, then in time this can lead to different physical problems and skeletal health. This will have impact on your sleep patterns, for example. So all in all, you need to find a balance between the use of technology and your life, and your social life, and your family, reading books, doing some sports or whatever. So you will receive this presentation after the webinar is over, so you will have time to go through all of these positive and negative aspects and try to overcome the negative ones and make more use of the positive impacts that technology can have in all of these 4 pillars. Okay, so a few advices here. How to improve your digital well-being, okay? The first one is to access and apply relevant training and assistance for digital systems and tools to study and for your career, meaning that technology can help you do that, okay? You can find online a lot of trainings, a lot of webinars that can explain to you from, you know, learning guitar lessons to how to code in Python or whatever tutorial you might want to find there. So please try to find these resources and make use of them. This is a positive aspect of the technology because it can connect you with this kind of resources in a more easy way, okay? Then the second one is to take the time and learn about and understand your own digital preferences and needs, as well as any mental or physical health issues that may affect your ability to use technology. So this refers to using features like, you know, screen contrast, font size, color modification, and assistive technology to your advantage. All these smartphones right now, whether they are on Android or iOS or Microsoft, they have options to improve, you know, screen contrast, font size, so that you will have a better read on your smartphone, on your laptop or any other screen. This way, you will diminish the negative aspects of using for many hours technologies and the screens. Okay. Then think about how your digital actions affect your own and others' health, and take precautions to avoid unhealthy habits. Meaning that you will have to look after also the others, look after the ones in your family, the close friends. You know, try to make them use the technology in a positive way, so that it doesn't harm their health, let's say, and provides a balance between technology and social life. Okay, manage your digital workload. I agree this can be a major issue because while technology can help you access a lot of resources, you are reachable 24/7, and you will have to put your own, you know, hard time stop, because things tend to go into the well into the night. You will receive emails at 8 o'clock in the evening. So try to set yourself some hours to work during the day and some hours to relax, do some other activities, because it will help you be more balanced. Okay, make sure you're familiar with how to safely use digital equipment, tools, services, and information. Create and maintain a positive online presence, professional and personal, meaning that always try to stay positive online, through your posts, through what you write online, through your different discussions on forums and so on and so forth, because the objective here is to have a positive impact and not a negative one. Okay, I would like to ask you right now just to, think about what these past 2 years have meant for you from a digital and, let's say, technology-wise point of view. And maybe write some of your concerns about digital well-being. So we have a quiz.
Just a second.
So some of the concerns, I don't know, things we have discussed so far, or things that have not been covered, but you are thinking about them. Okay. So how much time do you spend on social network per day? Less than 30 minutes, between 30 minutes and 1 hour, 1 and 2 hours, and more than 2 hours. Okay, so it's not something that will have your name on it, so you can be honest about your answers, because you will be amazed about some of the aspects here. Okay. The second one is how many times millennials touch their phones in a day. We have a statistics here. We have an official statistics. Science is backing us up. So let's see whether you have an answer here. Okay. How many swipes are happening in Tinder per second? I hope you know about Tinder. It's the website, the platform through which you can improve your love life, find someone, find your pair, find your soulmate. And they have these swipes on the, I think, left is bad or right is wrong. I don't know. So, but these swipes are happening in Tinder per second, and there are a lot of them. Okay, how many snaps happen in Snapchat per minute? Snapchat is also a social platform. You can take pictures, add content, post them online. So let's see if you have an idea how many are there per minute. Okay, and the fifth one is just something to resume what we have discussed so far. Which one of the following better describe digital well-being? And we have there four phrases, and you have to choose one of them. Okay, so 72% votes. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Please vote. And we'll go through each of them briefly. After that, 76%. Okay. A bit more. Let's reach 80%, and then we will have the discussion. 78. We are close. Come on, come on. 79. So we have 11 people that have not voted yet. Okay, so 80%. Okay, Andrea, I think we can end the polling, or you can leave it and we can vote after that.
Yes,
so,
we are sharing results now.
Perfect. So most of you at the first question, how much time do you spend on social networks per day? 12%, less than 30 minutes, 16% between 30 minutes and 1 hour, 26% between 1 and 2 hours, and 47%, the vast majority, more than 2 hours. The science says that the average time spent on social networks a day in 2021 is 2 hours and 25 minutes. So, as you can see, you are well in the average area of provided also by science. How many times millennials touch their phones in a day? Okay, so we have there quite some estimates. Most of them said 278, which is also the correct one. Okay, we tend to check our phones many times during the day because we have it on vibrate, as I have it, for example, and we receive a lot of notifications. What you can do is try to, you have in your profile, you can set, if you have Google, for example, as I have, you can set a daily period of time in which you will receive no notifications at all. You can unwind and not worry about them. You can use that time to concentrate on other things like sports, reading a book, or doing something different from technology stuff. How many swipes are happening in Tinder? Yes, 18,500 swipes are happening each second in Tinder. It was hard for me to believe, but if you will search in Google 1 minute in internet in 2021, you will find there's some very interesting statistics and graphics about what happens every minute in each of the social networks: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Tinder, whatever, you name it. All the statistics are there, and you will see the amount of time spent on each of them. How many snaps happen in Snapchat per minute? Okay, there are 3.4 million snaps per minute in Snapchat in 2021. So each minute of every day will have, on average, 3.4 million snaps. So that's a lot. How many of you? I don't even have a Snapchat profile. I don't know. Do you have Snapchat profiles? I don't have. Okay, Andrea has. Great. And of course, the last one, the fifth one, that is the correct definition of digital well-being. This is what digital well-being is all about: creating and maintaining a healthy relationship with technology. We must use the technology in such a way that it helps us thrive and not have a negative impact on our lives. Okay. So this is also what we take from this first presentation of digital well-being. Watch out for your presence online. Create a balance between technology and your other aspects of life, and try to maintain a positive attitude about it. Try to learn online, try to improve and better yourself as a human being, and look out for the negative aspects. So with that said, having said that, we can go to the quiz. Now we can go to the digital marketing presentation. So for some of you, I mean, you all have heard of digital marketing, okay? Some of you maybe are already using some tools related to digital marketing without even knowing. And some of you are using these tools of digital marketing because you work in digital marketing, or you have activities of digital marketing as entrepreneurs. Okay, so let's see what digital marketing is all about, what tools are here for you to use, and let's try to shed some light on this field, which is basically used every day. We are present in digital marketing activities, even though we don't know it. Every time we go on these social networks, we are exposed to a lot of commercials, let's say, or pop-ups, or whatever. Okay, whatever this kind of notifications, and well, we are part of digital marketing. Only we are at the other end. We are at the consumer's end. Okay, so let's see from the other end, the people that are into digital marketing are dealing with this every day. Let's see what digital marketing is all about. Okay, and we will have a surprise guest, Dan Tomo, my colleague, that will talk to you about later some very specific advices for the persons that are truly activating in the digital marketing area as entrepreneurs. Okay, so what is digital marketing? This is the first question about it, because it's very important to have common understanding of the term. So briefly, digital marketing is the promotion of companies, I would say entities, let's say, using the internet and other kinds of digital communication in order to engage with potential clients. So briefly, digital marketing is about getting heard as an entrepreneur, as a business, as a company, as I don't know, as an NGO. So getting through the communication channels to reach your customers and expose them to your message, to what you want to do, to your products, okay, to your activities, to your webinars, to whatever you want to communicate to these clients via the communication channels. Okay, so we will discuss about digital marketing as a strategy, because your presence online as a business means that you will have to think and consider some aspects so that you will have good results after you perform your digital marketing activities, and that means to attract the clients and sell more. Okay, because this is the main objective of every company that's online. Okay, to get through with their messages and reach the customers that they want. So the first thing in this digital marketing strategy, first thing you have to do is to understand your industry, then to understand your competition, understand your buyers, understand the digital channels that will work for you, because you will see that not all digital channels work for everybody. There are some digital channels that you should use when, for example, you are a social entrepreneur, or if you want to, I don't know, sell smartphones online. There are other channels that might work for you, depending on the type of client that you want to reach. Okay. Then we will discuss about understanding marketing metrics and goals, and last but not least, how to actually create a digital marketing strategy, and what are the 5 Ds that are so important in this field. Okay, so understand your industry. It's worthwhile to analyze the state of your industry, says here, because whether you are a new company that came into the market, or you are an existing player in, for example, e-commerce, okay, you will need to understand where you stand, okay, which are your strengths in that field, okay. You will have 5 different criteria to analyze and understand your industry. And once you go through all of them, you'll have an overview, dashboard picture that will help you further design your digital marketing strategy. So these 5 inputs that you'll need to have in this area of understanding your industries are these 5 here: competitive rivalry, new entrants, substitution, buyer power, and supplier power. So some of them are self-explanatory. The others, so I will only discuss the new entrants, for example, because I presume that most of you are entrepreneurs or want to go in that area, and this might be, I think, helpful for you. So this section looks at how tough it is to establish a business or introduce a product that might compete with yours. It also considers entrance hurdles, whether they are resource-based, financial, or imposed by the government. So this is where you analyze whether you can have this is where you analyze how easy it is to launch and start selling your product. You will look at also the other players in the market that are present, and try to come up with some sort of a guideline and an overview on how to be better as new entrants in that market, and what you need to have in order to sell in your particular industry. Because for some industries, you will see that there are some rules, for example, imposed by the local or national government or imposed by the market. Okay, let's say that if you want to sell smartphones, it's not the same with selling food. Okay, for selling food, you will need some, you will have some regulations imposed by the government and authorities, and you'll have to look out for them. For smartphones or technical stuff that you want to sell online, I don't know, smartwatches or computers, you will have also some regulations, but there will be fewer regulations than for the food industry, for example. Okay, so you have to analyze your results once you go through all of the 5 indicators that we have discussed before. And you have the potential to have a huge effect on your market. Consider what tangible activities you will need to take to overcome these possible risks and hurdles if your highs surpass your lows. So if you have that dashboard from the previous 5 indicators, and you will label each of them with highs and lows, then you can have sort of a dashboard on how many highs and how many labeled highs and how many are labeled lows, and you can make a further analysis on how to turn them all into, for example, lows, and help you better enter into the market. Okay. The second one is understanding your competition, and that is always a good advice. Whether you're into digital marketing or playing chess, you will have to understand how your competition succeeds at doing their business, and you will have to learn from that and maybe do it better. Okay, so how can you do that? Well, by filling in a SWOT analysis to see where your business, your company fits in. What are the strengths and weaknesses, market possibilities and threats, and then once you complete this SWOT analysis, you'll have a better picture of what you can do to succeed in that industry that you are activating. Okay, I will not go through the whole SWOT analysis. I think many of you have been subjected to filling in such a analysis over the years. For those that have not been exposed so far, you can find a lot of resources online for that. It also depends on the industry you are in, depends on the company. So please look them up online and try to fill this SWOT analysis, whether you want to do digital marketing activities or not. Filling in such a SWOT analysis for your company is good to have, and good to update it from time to time so that you know where you stand. Okay. This is what it looks like. You'll find it online, as I said. You'll fill in here the strength of your company, the weaknesses, the weak spots that you identify. For example, I don't know, you don't have such a good supply chain for your products as the other competitors in the market. Some threats you will have to fill in here. For example, I don't know, for entrepreneurs that activate in they have a product online, for example, one threat could be new regulations imposed by the government that could increase the cost of your product and thus make you have less customers. Okay. And opportunities, this is also important to identify them and fill them in and be aware of these opportunities and have a mechanism to update this SWOT on a regular basis, because one opportunity, for example, might arise like it is now with the lack of processors for the auto industry. Okay, that is a problem for the auto industry, automakers, but could be an opportunity for other entrepreneurs, for example, that can provide second-hand vehicles. Okay, instead of waiting 1.5 years or 2 years for a new one, maybe the customers would be more happy to buy a second-hand vehicle, and thus this is an opportunity for them. Okay, so check your resources online and please fill in the SWOT for digital marketing, but it's also good for other enterprises. Then you'll have to understand your buyers. So you have to understand, of course, the product you are selling will need some buyers, and you'll have to understand these buyers in terms of what the demand for your product, what's the demand in the market for your product, okay? Because if there's no demand, there's no need for selling the product, right? So you'll have to understand the potential price points, okay? Are my customers willing to pay 50 euros for my product, or are there any other products on the market that cost less and mine will not find its way, okay? Also, you'll have to think about your buyers, how they perceive the competition and how they perceive your own brand, okay? Are you a brand that's well known on the market, or are you a new entrant that needs to promote themselves and their values in order to reach the customers? So in order to do that and to understand your buyers, you need to build some buyer personas. So what are these buyer personas? They are semi-fictional generalizations of who your target consumers are, okay? And you can have different profiles depending on your product, depending on what you want to sell, depending on who you want to address, and you know, do some sort of a FBI profiling of these personas that you want to reach, you know, and write, you know, write their pros and cons. What would they buy? Why would they buy your product? Why would they pay the amount of money that you require for your product? Okay, where you will find them. So this will help you better target your digital marketing activities further and reach them more easily, because there are tools that can help you achieve that. Okay, and since digital marketing activities online are based on a pay-as-you-go, let's say, model, then you will want to reach your true customers and not everybody in the market, hoping that someone will buy your product. Okay, so if you want, for example, to sell computers, you know, that are for professionals, that cost I don't know, over 1,000 euros. Your target will not be children under 18 years old or old men in their 90s, okay, or 80s or 70s. So you will want to avoid those kind of buyers, because they will not buy so many of your products. You'll want to target someone in their 30s or 40s that are familiar with the technology and will need such kind of product. Okay, so after these buyer personas, we have a 5 minutes break for smokers and non-smokers. If you want to have a drink of water or whatever, and we'll see you back in 5 minutes. Is that okay? Okay, let's say at 3 o'clock. Would that be okay for you? So it's actually will be 7 minutes. Great. So thank you, and see you back in 7 minutes. Okay, it's 3 o'clock, so we are back. Okay, I see most of you are back. We were discussing about personas, and I think you all have in mind a profile of such persona, a client, the perfect client for your product or your service that you are selling online, or for your art if you are in the creative area, you know. So try to envisage them and get in their shoes and see what they are, what they want, what they need, and try to fulfill that need. If it helps, you can write your persona profiles in chat, or write them down, and we will discuss them later towards the end of the digital marketing. Okay, so I think we can go on now and discuss about the digital channels. Okay, so digital channels are the channels that you use to communicate your message to your customers, to the buyer, to the personas, okay, that we have identified in the previous slides. And these are the types of digital marketing channels that we might use. For some of them, you are familiar with. Others, you are not so familiar with them. So the advice from digital marketing specialists is to identify a combination of these channels to reach your customers, because usually they are not present only in one channel, but if the message comes, as they are present in more channels, if the message comes to them from all these different channels, then you will have more chances for them to be engaged with your product and your services and your message. Okay, so some of these digital channels are of content marketing, for example, Quora, lead magnets, guest posts, search engine optimization. We will discuss in detail later, on-page and off-page SEO, social media marketing on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, some of the main ones, well-known ones. Okay, paid social, which are ads on social media platforms, display advertising, cold email outreach marketing, influencer marketing and PR, and inbound marketing, which means marketing automation and funnel optimization. And these are for more, let's say, advanced users in digital marketing. Most of you, I think, use a combination of social media marketing and some type of SEO, search engine optimization. If you have your own website, let's say, and you use it to promote your services or your products. So think about these digital channels, and you can also write them in chat if you have others that are not present here. Maybe you can share it with us. Okay, so we will take a look at the chat later to see whether you have identified these channels that you use. Okay, so what all these channels mean? They are split. This is the organic growth channels And what means each of them, and what growth metrics you can establish for each of the channel, and what kind of resource you will need for them. So for on-page optimization, the SEO is making your website and landing pages SEO-friendly, mobile-friendly, so that when users access these landing pages, website, just to feel at home, or to find the product or the information that they want, to find it in a few clicks, and to appear on their mobile, if they are using their mobiles to access your landing page or your website, to have a nice rendering of the mobile page in their on their smartphone, so that they don't feel like visiting a website from the 90s when you didn't have mobile presence. Okay, and some metrics that you will have here to measure if your website or landing page is optimized is if you have increased traffic or decreased traffic. That can be a trigger or an indicator that your website is optimized or not. Decreased bounce rate. Bounce rate, I think it means when they just open the landing page, enter the landing page, but they leave after a few seconds. It means that they did not like what they saw there, and they just gave up looking for something on the website. So that's a good indicator that you will need to do some kind of optimization to that landing page or website. Okay. What resources you will need here? You'll need a designer, a developer to implement the design, and a SEO strategist to help you identify those areas that need optimization. We totally recommend you to hire a designer or subcontractor designer to help you with that, and not do it yourself, or not give that job to a friend, because we have all done that. Even I have done that. So we all have a friend that says, I will build you the website, don't worry about it. We'll apply a team there. You just have to be present there in online, and you will sell 20 laptops a second. But that's not how it will happen, because a designer will know, and a SEO strategist actually can help you design the page or the landing page or the website in such a way that will be appealing for your customers, and this will help you in time sell more services or products. Okay, second one is SEO keyword, and what it means that showing up your web page and landing page for high volume search keywords on Google. It means that you have to be on the first page of, at least on the first page of Google search. Okay, when they search for keywords that's related to your business, you will have to be present there on the first page, because you know what they say, it's the best place to hide on the internet is the second page of a Google search. So you don't want to be there, because not many customers reach the second page when they are looking for something. They usually stop on the first page of searches and choose something from there. Okay, so they will not reach your website if it's on the second page of Google search. Okay, some growth metrics here also: increased traffic and lead generation. You will need a SEO strategist and a SEO team to choose the right keywords, to implement them where they should be, and help you find your way on the first page of Google search. Content marketing means creating high quality content for blogs, social posts, emails, and ads on your blog. This is one type of communication that you can use to attract more customers. High quality content is always a very good idea, whether you publish it on a separate blog or on your website in the news section. You want to have content that's providing added value for your customers, that's providing interesting stuff for them to read and to check, because in this way they will come back for more, and this will create the trust between your customers and your own brand. Some metrics here: increase traffic and increase subscriptions. If you have, for example, a newsletter that you use to promote this kind of content, then you will see that when you provide more quality content, the number of subscriptions for your newsletter will increase. And also, if they decrease, then you have a problem and you need to better yourself. Okay, some resources you need here: content writer, sales strategist, and designer. Content writer, because not everybody can write content. That's a well-known fact. Again, it's better to collaborate with someone that is specialized on content marketing that can help you do that. Okay. Let's take a look also at what we have been writing via chat. Okay, some of you have identified the channels that you are using. Okay, so I see there are okay, in the area that I have mentioned. Some of them are beyond that, which means that you have already specialized on some kind of digital marketing communication to customers. Okay, social media, email marketing, blog, keywords, SEO, content marketing, plus on-page optimization. Okay, this one has them all, almost. Okay, email marketing focused on providing valuable informations, Instagram ads, and the powerful personal branding, lead magnet. Okay, again, someone who is more has access more in-depth tools. Okay, social media marketing and networking. So I see that most of you are in this area with the channels that you're using. I am not actually a digital marketing specialist, so I will try to explain to you the best I can these terms here. But if you have more specific questions, please ask them in chat, and I have my colleague Dan Toma here, and he will help you with some answers. Okay, let's not go through all of these. As I said, you will receive the presentation, and you will have the chance to look at them. You will also find other resources online to get a more in-depth knowledge about these channels. Okay. So these are some paid growth that the ones before were the organic growth. This is paid growth, and they mean that you will have to. They are more specialized, let's say, and which is why they cost some more money than the others. But they are also the digital channels that can provide you a faster way of growing your business, your branding, than the organic ones. Okay, the organic ones are more slower way to grow your audience, and the big growth are a faster way. Okay, so these are paid social, display advertising, search advertising, remarketing, paid links and PR, and influencer marketing. And what it all means, I don't know, you have the explanation there. Paid social is running ads on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Quora, LinkedIn, or any other social network that provides such kind of service. Display advertising means banner ads on different websites, Google or platforms like Taboola. Search advertising means keyword search on Google and Bing. Bing is the other search engine. That's the second one on the internet after Google. Remarketing means retargeting leads via email, push, and social ads to get them to convert and become your customers. Paid links and PR promotes your content via paid sources and media. And influencer marketing, product endorsement by industry influencers. We have them also in Romania. There are different platforms where you can find and hire these influencers to promote your brand or your product, your service. So it's growing. It's a growing trend in the past years to use this influencer marketing. You see them everywhere on social media. You see their promotions, and it's very good to come to these channels, because this way, as I said, you will have a faster growth of your audience and your brand. Okay, some resources you'll need for each of these channels. As I said before, it's better to hire an agency, hire someone from outside that's specialized in this kind of promotions of digital marketing channels, so that you get the most out of your money, since you are paying for these digital channels. Okay, so there are more explanations here about digital channels and what they mean. But I'm guessing that if you have specific questions about some of the channels, please use the chat to do that. Stanciuana, impressive, guys. I do digital flirting. Okay, I don't know what that means, but if we must do it, we will do it. Digital flirting too. Okay, so that's a new type of channel, digital flirting. If you don't have it, it's not good. I can explain if you want. Okay, let's open the microphone and see what that digital flirting means. Okay, Andrea, can you open the microphone for?
If you raise your hand, I would be able to do that, Juana. I'm not sure if you heard this. Or you can use the chat, whichever is one. You raised your hand, yay. Okay, and you can open your microphone now, Juana.
Hi, do you also see me? Okay, no, you don't. So digital flirting is when you have an online presence like Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, and you go and you seek out customers. So you go on pages that have similar products with yours or stuff like, or at least they're in the area that you are operating. And then you see people that you think would make great personas like great customers for you. And then you approach them online and you like their pictures, you post comments, you develop a sort of flirting friendship stuff. And then you say, hey, by the way, we like what you do, but I think you would like what we do. So come and buy from us.
Okay,
And
so I see one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
But it's not a boom. It's not that kind of a traditional funnel. Like, okay.
Yeah. It's a hybrid one, but
Yeah.
I think it's in the area of organic growth. I would put it. But tell me, how long does it take for you to finalize the flirting and finally turn it into a customer, let's say?
It depends. Some people don't turn into customers, and some people, oh wow, a pizza place just followed me. Oh, okay, let's see, what are they selling? Oh, so they sell pizza. Okay, I want pizza. Okay, let's buy from these guys. It depends, but it's time consuming. But when you're small and don't have a big marketing budget, then you go really organic.
Yeah. I truly understand, but I suggest, and thank you for.
My pleasure.
I also suggest that you try and use one of the paid channels and see.
We have on Google.
Results,
we have paid ads. We have paid ads on Google, but that's just, it's for people who are already searching something. So if, for example, I sell pizza and somebody wants to eat pizza, then he will go online on Google and he will see pizza.
Yeah.
But
so you want to sell pizza to people that don't know they need the pizza, right?
Well, actually, everybody needs pizza at some point in their life.
Pizza is life. Okay, I agree.
Everybody needs pizza at some point in their life, but the fact is they don't know that they want it from me, because maybe
Perfect.
They don't want it from me, but I have a really great pizza and it would be really a shame if they wouldn't at least try it. And then if it's a match, they remain as loyal customers. If it's not a match with their taste buds, then they don't. But if they don't know about me, they will never order from me.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it's good to explore different ways to attract your customers. You seem to know your personas and have identified them. And this is also something that you want to do, or you can do. Just create the need in the market, and hoping that some of them will turn to your pizza, or maybe others will go to another pizza place. But congratulations for that. It's
thank you.
Great. Okay, so thank you, Anna.
Thank you, sir.
Also, place a link of the pizza you are selling in the chat. Maybe people are hungry here, so why not? It's still good for a pizza. It's not too late. Okay, as you said, there is always time for pizza. Great. So let's go on with the digital marketing channels, and let's see what else we have. Okay, we have the next slides discussing about each of the channels. So I will go through them, just explaining the basics, because we have also other subjects. And if you want me to insist, okay, so everybody wants pizza now. I see on the chat. Great. So put the link there. diluca.ro. Okay. Oradea. So you lost the Bucharest customers unless you are delivering by your airplane. But anyway. Please write in the chat if you want me to focus on one of the channels in particular. I will just go through them and explain. Okay. So search engine optimization. process of boosting the quantity of organic or free traffic on your website by optimizing it to rank higher in search engine results pages. Okay, websites, blogs, and infographics are among the mediums that profit from SEO. Okay, different types of SEO: on page, off page, and technical. On page SEO is when looking at the website. This sort of SEO focuses on all the content that is on the page. Okay, you may answer queries for readers and rank better on the search engine results by studying keywords for their search volume and intent. As seen in the previous slides, you'll need some specialists to help you with that, because if you focus on that, then you will have no time to actually do the work in the company. So please remember this advice. Do hire someone specialized to help you with that, because it's not something that you can do. I mean, you can do it, but then you will lose focus from other important aspects in your business. Okay. Off-page SEO. This sort of SEO focuses on everything that happens off-page. Okay. What activities that aren't on my website, my own website, might have an impact on my ranking. Okay. Inbound links, for example. How highly you rank for the keywords you care about is influenced by the number of publishers who link to you and their respective authority. Okay, so if your content, the content that you publish on your website is, you know, reshared, shared by other publishers, then you will have more backlinks and thus a higher rank of SEO. And technical SEO is concerned with the backends of your website and the coding of your pages. So technical SEO techniques such as image compression, structured data, and CSS file optimization may all help you load your website load faster, which is a key ranking factor for search engines like Google. So again, go to a specialist. They will help you achieve that. There are statistics on how many seconds or milliseconds you will have to achieve in order to, you know, fulfill the requirements of Google to rank better. Okay, content marketing refers to production and marketing of content assets in order to increase brand exposure, traffic, lead generation, customer acquisition. You can do that in several ways: articles on a company blog, ebooks and white papers, infographics. So any type of content that can be put online and shared and represents an added value for your customers. You can use it to communicate with them and keep them close, keep them coming to your website or to your blog, and in that way exposing them to the messages that you want to share with them. Okay, social media marketing, as the name says it all, uses social media to promote your brand and content in order to raise brand recognition, drive traffic, and create leads for your company. Okay, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, and TikTok, and so on and so forth are different social media platforms that you can use for this type of marketing. Most of the people, most of the companies use more of these social networks, not just one. Just you know, make cross channel distribution. This allows you to effortlessly plan content for several channels at the same time, as well as track metrics from the platforms. And we were talking here about linking, having in one location, in one dashboard, social media sites, websites like LinkedIn and Facebook, so that you can have the same type of content for both channels, and not divide your efforts into all of these channels. Pay-per-click strategy of increasing website traffic by paying a publisher each time your ad is clicked. Google Ads is one of the most prevalent forms of pay-per-click. It allows you to pay for top spots on Google search engine results pages by paying per click for the links you put. Okay, so if you want to post an ad for pizza in Oradea, Stanciuana, you can use Google, but I think you said you already used it, and get your message and picture of your pizza to the customers. Okay. Paid Facebook ads. Users may pay to personalize a video picture post to a slideshow, which Facebook will then post to the news feeds of individuals who fit your company's target demographic. But that only if you have identified those personas that we were discussing earlier. You can communicate them to Facebook and target your audience via Facebook ads to those that matter to you. Okay, you will not sell guns to single moms that take their children to school, so you will have to target the persons that require a gun, or I don't know. You will have to draw those personas and see who to address your messages. Twitter is another platform that you can access for pay-per-click. I don't know how many people still use Twitter. I saw that Romania is not ranking well on Twitter. If you can share in chat if you use Twitter or not. I use it. And how many, you can share, I have Twitter and how many followers you have, so that we see where we stand. Okay, would that be something? I do for not for business. Okay, you can post pictures of your cats, but actually I saw some pictures of cats on Twitter also. I don't. Okay, don't. Okay, so but why not? It's very easy to use. Haven't used it for some years. Yes. How many Twitters do you? How many followers do you have, Daciana? Okay, no Twitter account. As I said, so Twitter is not famous in Romania, but I don't know why. It's very easy to use. Can reach a lot of people. It's free. Okay, part of it, let's say. Okay. I don't have a cat. Okay, my bad. Okay, I have a cat. Okay, what type of pet do you have, Diana Maria Georgescu? Okay, 20-something followers. Great, good, Andrea. Great. Okay, I will tell you a secret. I have 1,452 followers as of this morning. So yeah, I rule Twitter in this webinar. Okay, yeah, you're not even close, Laura Kiliak. 138 followers. Shame on you. You should stay more on Twitter. Okay, so I have a dog. Diana, thank you. You're a dog person. I'm a cat person. Great. So affiliate marketing is another channel that you can use. It's a performance-based advertising in which you get compensated for promoting the products or services of others on your website. Okay, so affiliate marketing allows anyone to earn money by advertising the products and services of others. So in this way, you can also promote your services and go on to one of the affiliate marketing platforms. You will find them on Google. There are a lot of them that you can use. And in this way, you can also earn some money by promoting and having some ads, for example, for other products on your website, and promoting your products on other websites that you think are are a main place to go for your customer personas. Okay. Some affiliate marketers choose to focus on a single company's items, possibly on a blog or other third-party site. Others have many merchant links. Okay, so my advice is go look for affiliate marketing platforms. They have a very transparent way of explaining how it works. It's not very hard. It's another channel that might work for you. But not if you don't have the buyer personas. Native advertising is marketing disguised as native advertising. I like that, so which is why I put it here. Its purpose is to blend in with the information around it, making it less noticeable as advertising. It was developed in response to today's customers' aversion to advertisements. So just to simplify it, let's say that you're talking about I don't know, laptops, and at some point you just insert an image with a laptop that has on the screen a large pizza. Okay, so that would make some of your customers think about pizza and then look for pizza places because suddenly they will get hungry. I don't know how else to explain this, but basically it means to mask the advertisement that you have in some kind of content in order not to display that advertising, because some of the customers are reluctant to buy from this kind of advertising on social media. We hate it when such an advertisement stops our streaming YouTube, so we don't want to buy from them, but if you mask it in some kind of content in there, so, and it doesn't bother me, maybe I will buy. Email marketing, I think we will use this, or most of us is the most used, I think. You send a promotional message to your prospect and hope that they click on it. You can send them anything. You can send them, links to your website, links to different content that you think might be interesting for them, links to the use cases or descriptions of your product. You can provide, ways to unsubscribe from the newsletter or the, communication list. Here you'll have to check the GDPR rules, because the regulations at European level that have entered into force like 2-3 years ago, I think. Next spring. So consumers have rights. Consumers need to be the focus of your communication, but also have to be respected. So there are some rules there about contacting them and pressing them with a lot of information. And take a look at GDPR before going into any of these email marketing campaigns. Okay, so what kind of channels to use for digital marketing? We have already covered that, but if you have any more ideas about these channels, please write them in chat, or if you have questions. So let's see what else you have been writing. I'm setting up a plan for social media for the business also, but the personal accounts are a good practice. Okay, I agree. I have Twitter, but it's the only place where I try to not make it about work. That's great too. Make a split between channels that you use for work and channels that you use for personal presence online, because you don't want to use your Facebook profile where you have pictures from the seaside in your bathing suit when you promote your services for what else you are selling online, and customers would not be delighted. Or maybe you can do some flirting in this way. But anyway, that's very good idea to try to keep them apart. Okay, 195, I don't know what's that. Daciana, maybe it was the answer to a previous question. YouTube could be considered in this category of PPC by monetization of views. I would say yes. As I said, I'm not a specialist, but if Dan Toma is present, he can argue with me, but if I'm not right. What about TikTok? What about TikTok? I don't have TikTok. I've heard about TikTok. I've seen TikTok, but I don't care much about TikTok so far. Okay, only Instagram. Okay, that's right too. You're a photographs aficionado. Yes, Dan?
Just to jump a little bit in the conversation, TikTok is the future. The future of PPC advertising, from my point of view at least. It's at the moment it's inexpensive. It has a very wide reach here in Romania. It's bigger than Instagram at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, the costs are very good. Targeting is very good, and the ROAS, the return on investment, the return on ad spend, is very good. Now, from a user point of view, I don't know what to tell you. It's your decision if you want or not to use TikTok.
Yes, of course. TikTok is good as long as another one does not appear along the way and get the cherry on the cake. Because I've heard that TikTok is trending lately, and influencers are present there, and it's a whole new revolution in digital marketing.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, Dan, do you still have time to stay with us, or do you want us to go to the?
No, sure thing. I have enough time.
Okay,
I can stay
great.
until 4:15, 4:20.
Great. So we still have a few slides about marketing metric and goals, and then we will go to ideas to boost your digital presence. Okay. Thank you. So, stage 5. Understand your marketing metric and goals. What does it mean? So basically it means that once you launch your communication, your strategy, you have built your personas, you have analyzed the industry, you have analyzed your competition, you have built your personas, have chosen your channels, have done everything here, optimized your website, everything, okay? So once you are in this digital marketing, you will have to measure it somehow so that you know if you are thriving or if you are paying for nothing, or if you need to take action in some of the channels in order to increase your traffic, because you want to have more traffic and you want to have more customers, right? This is the main reason that you are online. So how do we do that? Well, we go to KPIs, key performance indicators, which are measurable goals that help you track and assess your progress once you launch all this communication campaign towards your buyer personas. Okay, so what is, let's go to some of them. The traffic is the conversion rate from leads to opportunities. Okay, ROI is the conversion rate from qualified leads to sales. Conversion by source, medium, and channel, deal win rate. ROI reporting refers to the leads. Cost per acquisition refers to average days to close a deal since So you have to calculate it since the customer first gets on your website, let's say, or e-commerce or whatever, and until he actually buys something or buys your product, your service, or whatever. Customer lifetime value is the monthly recurring revenue for those businesses that have a business model in which they are selling, subscription to something, and customers will have to pay on a monthly basis. Then you will have to calculate this customer lifetime value so that you know how much revenue you have for each of the customer and how much it costs to for the acquisition of that customer. Okay. Followers, likes, shares, and comments. The sale metric here is the profit percentage from all of that. You will find connected to this presentation that you will receive a model of digital marketing plan. It will be a simple one, the calendar for the channels and so on, but there are more in-depth digital marketing plans that you can use to calculate all these metrics and see whether you are on track with the communication or not. Okay, please use them, because otherwise it makes no sense just to invest in pay-per-click or invest in a website unless you also quantify what that brings to you. Okay, and of course have the chance to take some action to improve that. Okay, there are more marketing goals. I will not go through all of them. I think they are a little bit more specialized. So if you have a question about this marketing metric and goals, please write it via chat or further via email if it's more detailed one and you need some sort of consultancy for that. Do not hesitate to contact me after that, or write to Andrea and she will forward it. Okay. So when we reach stage 6, creating your digital marketing strategy. So we were discussing at the beginning about the 5 Ds, and here they are: digital technology, digital data, digital channels, digital metrics, and digital devices. Okay, let's take a look at each one of them and see what they mean. Digital technology. Technology is the most crucial aspect of digital strategy. Today's marketing is fueled, of course, by correct technology and tools to help you improve and update your marketing activities and achieve a highly effective outcomes. So here are some tools in the digital technology: customer data platform, marketing automation, customer relationship management or CMS, analytics and metrics, digital marketing tools. Marketing automation, you'll have a lot of, you find a lot of platforms that help you automate that communication via a lot of channels. Use them, they will save time, they will save money, and they will help you grow faster. Customer relationship management, CMS systems like Salesforce are most imperative to start seeing quality leads and conversions. Because, as I said, you need to measure, you need to calculate the customer acquisition and customer lifetime value. You cannot do that if you don't have a CMS or some sort of system in the background to quantify them all and calculate these values and these indicators. Analytics and metrics, Google Analytics, I think it's the most famous I see here from my point of view. Mixpanel and Amplitude are also other very good ones that can help you get all this information about traffic and customers and visitors via very nice dashboards that can be further analyzed and looked over. Okay, and digital marketing tools. content analysis tools, and various other SEO tools. Digital data, audience profiles, and business interaction patterns are the most common types of digital data. This is represented by a typographic setup inside your chosen digital technology, which focuses on creating engaging experience across a broad range of digital channels, including your own. So we're talking here about data, about audience profiles, something that runs in the background, and you will have to use it because, again, it saves you a lot of time and help you achieve more with less investment on your side. Okay, digital channels, another component we have discussed about them. It entails a review of the chosen platforms for reaching out to the target audience, design a digital marketing plan, evaluate the digital marketing channels described in the previous slides. Okay, digital metrics. The most honest method to assess how your campaigns are performing is to determine business goals and put up marketing KPIs to meet your goals. Like I said, establish a baseline and then start measuring to see where you should insist more and provide, for example, more content, optimize more the website, and so on and so forth. Digital devices focus primarily on the interaction and engagement of the target audience on websites and mobile applications using a variety of link devices, smartphones, tablets, desktop computers. So it's critical to optimize your content and your footprint so that it renders great on all of these devices. Again, it goes back to the personas. And if, for example, your target audience uses more the smartphones to access your content, your website, or landing page, then be aware of that and try to optimize it for that type of device. Okay. So things to take home: build your unique positioning and messaging, build your buyer personas. I cannot stress that long enough. Identify your business goals and marketing goals. Know where you want to go, okay, to measure your progress towards that goals. Prepare the list of digital marketing tools you need. You have a plethora of them. You don't need to use all of them, but be advised, use a mix of digital channels in order for your message to reach better to your customers. Evaluate your existing digital channels that work for you. It's always good to look at what works and try to improve that than to experience some new ones. Audit and plan your own media campaigns. Analyzing your digital marketing strategy, past successes and failures. That's a very good one also. If you had in the past a digital marketing campaign that worked, why not repeat it and maybe try to improve it? Identify your means and stick to your budget, of course. Not everybody has hundreds of thousands of euros to invest in that, but you will be amazed that what you can do only with a few hundred euros in the digital world, and how much that can change and improve traffic on your website, for example. Measure and monitor the performance of the digital marketing strategy and change elements where needed. I said that before. So use KPIs, use analytics, try and measure everything so that you will have an overview of the campaigns of the entire digital marketing effort. Set up inbound marketing, of course, understand the digital sales funnel, focus on blogging. That's true, because blogging is not easy to do, let's say. It's free. You can post there interesting content for your customer. Focus on mobile optimization and SEO-friendly content. That's also a great advice for you guys, because it's very important in the mobile era to have your content either on your website or a landing page optimized for mobile. Okay, so these are the things you can take home. You'll also have this slide in the presentation that you'll receive. And please go through them again, and good luck with digital marketing. Okay. So, Andrea, we had a quiz here. I'm not sure. Can you? Okay. So, just a couple of questions. Just go through them and try to respond very quickly. There are from the content that we have already gone through already. So it's not a test. You will not receive grades for that. So just answer whatever comes to mind after the slides. You'll have plenty of time to go more into depth with digital marketing after that, and we'll have a lot of resources. We have a lot of resources online to do that, or you can come to us and we can help you with that, so that you, if you don't have time or if you want to grow faster. Okay, so Andrea, I'm not sure, can we leave the quiz and go on with the presentation? Okay, yeah. Good. So we will leave the quiz for you to go through the questions. And in the meantime, Dan Toma, my colleague, will present to you a few ideas about how to boost your digital presence online. Okay. Dan, you have the floor.
Thank you, Lucian. So hello, everyone. Just a quick question, Lucian. Should I share my presentation, or I think that it's the same, right?
Yes, it's the same. It's the same. Yeah.
Okay, so you will help me scroll through them, right?
Yeah, just you can tell me, and I will go through. Just say next.
Awesome.
I will go.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, so just a few words about me. My name is Dan Toma. I lead the digital agency here at Zetec, and I also teach digital marketing at EAD Entrepreneurship Academy. So from these two, let's say these two perspectives, I gather for you 10 ideas that I found very relevant for young entrepreneurs, for people that are just starting their online presence, either from a freelancing point of view or from an entrepreneurship point of view. So the first one that I would like to talk about, it's the website. Okay, so from my experience, from my point of view, the website is the main pillar of any business, any freelancer out there. So having a good, clean website that is, of course, mobile responsive, something that also Lucian talked about earlier, and having it on a good server that loads very, very fast, it will give your users, your future clients, more trust in you. They'll be more confident in contacting you, reaching you, buy something from you, and things like this. So you can sell things online, you can sell products, you can sell services, of course, just having an Instagram shop or just on other platforms, but having a website for sure will increase actually their trust in you, your users' trust in you, in your brand, or in you as a freelancer. Okay. So we can move to the second one, which is about putting your business in front of your audience. Okay, this is something that I found. I don't. How should I say? Very few people, very few business owners or freelancers understand the power of social media, the real power of social media, and they do not use all the platforms that are available for them. Okay, so either from a business to business point of view, either if you are selling something B2B or if you are selling directly to consumer, there are a lot of social media platforms where you can be present on. Okay, you don't necessarily have to focus on them. You don't necessarily have to have an active participation on each of those platforms. I mean, of course, you'll have to choose only those that are driving the most business to you. But nonetheless, you should be present on all the platforms that are available out there. Like, for example, Pinterest or even Twitter. On Twitter, there are not so many followers, active users here in Romania. I think that around 30,000, maybe 40,000 active users in Romania. Nonetheless, some of them might search for your business or might get a tag for your business on that platform. Or Pinterest, for example. Maybe there are very few users who might become your clients on Pinterest. Nonetheless, if there are some of them, why not have a presence on Pinterest as well? TikTok as well. TikTok is blooming at the moment. TikTok has become already bigger than Instagram in terms of active users. I think that TikTok is closing to 4.5 million users here in Romania, while Instagram has only 4 million users, and it's becoming bigger and bigger. The cost for advertising, the cost for advertising on TikTok is cheaper than on Instagram and Facebook, and it's a platform that you should take into consideration for the paid channels as well as for organic posts on TikTok. And just to give you something that I discovered lately. So if you start a business account on TikTok, be aware that you'll not be able to use the trending sounds on TikTok. Okay, so if you are just starting up your TikTok account, maybe go with a standard user account. In this way, even if you set up the name of your business behind it, but in this way you'll be able to use the trending sounds on TikTok, and those will give you a lot more exposure than a business account. Okay, we can move to the next slide. Yes, about YouTube channels. So look, at the moment, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world after Google. This applies for Romania as well. So many users go on YouTube to search for all kind of tutorials, products, and tips and tricks and things like this. So I use and I encourage our partners to use YouTube as, let's say, as their second owned media channel, and they don't have to go and pay hundreds or thousands of euros to come up with fancy videos. You can use your mobile phone, you can use a GoPro, and you can use free video editing tools in order to come up with some videos about your products, about your services, and just posting them on YouTube. And for sure you'll have traction. Be consistent on YouTube. Try to post, I don't know, one video every 2 weeks. Should do it, but be sure that you use a proper title. Be sure that you use description. So the same as you do for your website to have descriptions on your products, on your services, do the same for YouTube. Okay, when you add a new video, be sure that it has a clear title and it has a clear description, and it contains the keywords for which you are looking to rank on the YouTube search results. Okay, so this is an idea that you might take into consideration for your future activities. Okay, so Google My Business. There are a lot of advertisers, and there are also freelancers that use Google My Business in order to have a bigger impact, of higher exposure on the Google search results page. But there are some who don't even exist, who don't even know that Google My Business exists and how they might use it. So it's very simple. In order for you to put your business or to put yourself as an entrepreneur out there on Google My Business, it's fairly simple. You just have to reach out to Google, they will send you an envelope in like 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. You enter the code from the envelope, and then you have a Google My Business account where you can, I don't know, showcase your work, showcase your, if you're a local business, you can have images from that business. You can allow users to give you reviews, and this will help a lot in your digital exposure, let's say. Yeah. Okay, so taking your audience behind the scenes, what it means to me, and what I encourage you to do is, okay, from my perspective, behind every product, behind every service, there are the people behind it, the people that have a story. And more often nowadays, people and stories are the ones that actually sell a product or a service. So it's not necessarily, even if you, let's say you have your e-commerce website, or if you are selling, I don't know, services, freelancing services, or anything that you are selling, if you put yourself out there with a story, something that connects you with your products, with your services, this will have a very big impact on the mindset of your future clients, because this gives them trust. This gives them making this step in putting yourself out there actually enables emotions. So this, your users, your customers are not buying just your product, your service. They're buying it with emotions, and this will highly increase your, let's say, conversion rate. Okay, another idea that I would like to present to you is the idea of being very clear and transparent with your users, right? I mean, even when you are asking for their email, you want them to subscribe to your newsletter. Okay, let them know why are you asking for their email. What are you planning to do with their email addresses? Okay, don't just go there and ask for something, but let them know what they are receiving in return, and be clear, be concise about these actions. Don't let your customers, think too much about what are you trying to do, what are you trying to sell, what are you trying to get from them, but just tell them what you want from them and what you give in return. Okay. Now, something that okay, this point, this idea over here with the tracking, tracking of a website, this is something that it's not that often present. I mean, with the new businesses, with the new clients that we have, but it used to be a very big issue. I mean, a lot of companies, a lot of brands out there, they are running ads, they are running Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, maybe TikTok ads, and they are driving users to their website, okay, but they don't have any tracking on the website. They don't have analytics, they don't have Google tracking, Facebook tracking, TikTok tracking, and they do not know what those users are doing on their website. Okay, maybe they are in e-commerce, maybe they see the sales in their content management platform, the final sales, but otherwise from the click until to the final sale or to the CRM, they do not know what users are doing on their website. And this is something that I would I encourage everyone to do before the first step after making a website is to set up tracking for that particular website, in order to better understand what users are doing on the website, who they are, I don't know, the age, gender, location, and things like this. It's a very powerful tool, Google Analytics, in order to track and analyze your users. Okay, affiliate marketing is something that Lucian also talked about. Yeah, this is something that I encourage every entrepreneur, every young business to do. It's let's say it's something straightforward to do here in Romania, as well as if you want to expand outside the Romanian borders. Okay, so basically you are paying affiliates just for actions. You don't pay for traffic, you don't pay for clicks, you don't pay for users who went to your website. No, you pay only when a user came to your website and made a specific action, either a sale or a lead. They completed a form on your website, and it became your prospect in that manner. So you are paying. They are doing all the investing. Either they are using PPC, either they are using their own channels, but they take all the risk, and you just pay for the final result for whatever you want to pay on your website. Okay. Influencer marketing. This is something that I think that it's the most debated marketing channel at the moment. It has grown a lot in the last couple of years, and there is a lot of debate of if influencers are worth their money, let's say, because influencers in general are very expensive, and some of them do not deliver the results, let's say, that we expect with an agency or the client. But influencers in general, they tend to be a more, let's say, brand awareness channel, especially the large ones, the influencers that have hundreds of thousands, millions of followers. Those followers are not necessarily, they might not necessarily be your core audience. So using influencers, it's mostly for brand awareness. You can use small, micro, nano influencers. They might drive a lot of or many more sales or conversions than the bigger one. Nonetheless, you can use, let's say, influencer marketing in order to, not necessarily influencer marketing, but you can use your friends, your family, your peers in order to become your influencers, or even other businesses that are connected to you. Okay, so you can ask them to share your posts on social media, your stories, and they will, let's say, organically become your influencers. And having a lot of them will definitely boost your awareness, and you'll have a boost in your online presence as well. Okay, and the last one, I think it's about content marketing. So content marketing used to be, and it's still somehow the king of digital marketing. It used to be all about text, but nowadays it's more about video and audio. So video content, audio content, like podcasts, they are driving a lot of new users, new people might drive a lot of people, a lot of users to your businesses. So this is something that you might consider for your digital marketing presence. Okay, so pretty much this was it from my side. I think that we got it covered in, 15 minutes. So if you have any questions, I'm here for 5 to 10 minutes. I'll be here, because then I'll have to go into another meeting.
So thank you, Dan, for the presence and the insight.
Thank you, Lucian, for having me today.
We do have one question unanswered from Valentin Nicula. What is the future of tracking on websites for insight? What would change given that more and more people don't want to be tracked? So is there something here, some trend that we are not aware of about tracking and analytics, or things will go on as they are right now?
Things will not go on, not for long. They will not go for long with this, with this privacy. With Apple trimming the privacy issues, but for the moment, analytics reports quite well in terms of, they do not know everything about the users, but they do extrapolate a lot of data, and they do tend to be quite accurate when they do all this extrapolation or these estimates about our users. So the things will change for sure. We'll go to a cookieless tracking. We'll know, let's say, fewer and fewer things about our customers. But this has nothing to do with the actual tracking, with the actual analytics. And even if we do not know all the data, all the information about those customers itself, those users itself, we do know what they are doing on our website, and maybe we can, I don't know, improve the website itself. Maybe get rid of some steps in the sales funnel and things like this.
Great. So thank you. As a last remark, guys, digital marketing is important. Go to the specialists if you have any concerns or if you want better results. We as Romanians tend to try to do everything by ourselves, especially when we start a business. We want to do the financial parts, the promotion part, the digital marketing, discussing with clients, building the product, and it's not feasible. So try and go to specialists for different sections. And digital marketing is not something that you want to leave behind. We have a lot of good agencies and specialists in Romania that can help you with that. So go to that, and you will see value for your money. You will see increased traffic. You will see optimization, and you will see results in no time. Okay, so this is my advice for you. Also, there are a lot of other free resources online to read about digital marketing. Get acquainted with that. Get acquainted with personas, with channels, with campaigns, with everything, and build your strategy in time and follow it. Okay, so thank you. We have finalized also the digital marketing part. We will take a short break, and then we will take a look at the poll that we have answered. We will leave some time so that others can answer to the poll if they haven't done it already. Okay?
Just a second, Lucian. We also have a raised hand right now, Alexandra.
Sorry, yes.
I think we could take the question before going on a break.
Yes, please, Alexandra.
Okay, so I've allowed you to talk. I'm not sure if you opened your mic though. Alexandra, can you hear us?
Hi, do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to add actually something very important, as I'm working in marketing and digital marketing like in the last many years. Before everything else, for every entrepreneur out there, very important is to set up and clarify your mission, your vision, your values, what you're bringing to the world, because these are the basis for how your product is different, because these are the basis for a strategy. And no matter how beautiful channels are and attractive and digital marketing is and offline marketing is and so on, it's very, very important to prepare yourself before in order not to spend money where it's not needed, especially because spending money on different channels also depends on the level of development of your company. So it's not maybe advisable if you look deeper to spend in all the channels all the time.
Yes, absolutely.
From point zero. This is why I wanted, because everybody is very, very excited. Okay, let's do that, and let's do PPC, and let's do Instagram and Reels and TikTok and everything. It's nice, but it's a lot of work, a lot of manpower, and maybe it's not necessary.
Yes, totally agree, Alexandra. And we are discussing here about these tools of digital marketing, providing that you have already set your business objectives and you have a solid business plan and so on and so forth. So, of course, these are the most important. But since you have that established and you go into digital marketing, then you will have to follow these rules and advices in order to have results. Okay.
Yeah.
So Thank you for your intervention. I totally agree with what you're saying. So you need a solid base before you start with digital marketing, of course. And please do that and then concentrate on digital marketing. Good. So as I said, let's go on a break and come back at 16:25. Would that be okay, or 16:30? What do you think, Andrea?
In 10 minutes, we should be back. I
Okay.
think.
At 16:30, we should be back. Okay. So 10 break. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
See you back.
Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so hello again. Welcome back from the break. I will take a very brief moment just to go through the poll. Andrea can stop the poll now. And then we will discuss about NFTs, very interesting subject with my colleague Stefan Gelgeli. What is the goal of digital marketing? Okay, create brand awareness, generate sales, attract leads. This is the correct answer, because brand awareness is just an intermediate goal. The ultimate goal is to generate sales and attract leads. What does digital marketing consist of? The answer is all of the above. What process can you use to optimize and measure repetitive online marketing tasks? Marketing automation, of course. We just discussed about it. It can save you a lot of time. You can find a lot of platforms and tools to do that. What's the first step in automating email marketing? So actually here is a combination of segmentation and setup autoresponders. They are both important, but you cannot do one without the other. The best way to promote your company on social media is, of course, to advertise your brand, services, and products, but also to provide lots of helpful and free information via content marketing, one of the tools that we said is very, very important as a core of digital marketing. Examples of of direct marketing, all of the above was the answer there. They are all examples of direct marketing, social media marketing, search engine marketing, and search engine optimization. Best way to promote a business with social media is, of course, the answer there, all of the above. Provide value, don't over-promote. These are very good advice. Encourage engagement and choose the right platforms to promote. Okay, we have also another question which I will respond in the end, Raluca. There is a much detailed answer there, so I will answer it for it at the end. We have not forgot about it. Okay, so without further ado, we will start discussing now about non-fungible tokens, the latest trend in the blockchain world. Let's see how many of you have heard of NFTs so far or have actually used it. You can answer in chat, or you can raise your hand if you want to say something more. But chat would be heard, not interested. Okay. So you're not interested because you don't know much about the subject, or you don't have money to invest, or don't know how to do it. Anyway, heard about them, never used them. Okay, Andrea, do you want to use them, Andrea? No, you don't want to use them. Okay, just heard about them, Adela Ionita. Heard about them, and I wanted to make one, but didn't get the time to learn more. Okay, there you have the time now, Bogdan. You will see some very interesting tools. Georgetta, heard, not used, not quite sure how I can explain what they are. Okay, I heard them like NFTs, heard about it, not know how, heard about it. Okay, so most of you have heard about them, but don't know where to start, or being as an unknown domain so far. Even for some people, for example, already involved in the technical and digital world, NFTs still pose a lot of questions. So this is why we have with us today my colleague Stefan, who is sort of a NFT guru, if I may say so. Stefan will participate in a conference in Germany at the beginning of December. He has launched Horus, which is well, he will explain what Horus is, maybe a few words about it. I try to use it. Okay, And he is a technical lead in ZTech, in mobile and blockchain department. So let's welcome Stefan. Hello, Stefan. Can you hear us?
Hello, hello. Thank you very much.
Okay. So I will leave the presentation to you. Just tell me when. Just say next, and I will go to the next slide. Okay. So tell us more about what blockchain and NFTs in a few words is about.
Sure. I'm not sure if people can see me.
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, and can you hear me okay as well?
Yep.
Okay, unfortunately, I was stuck in a couple of meetings, so I'm basically taking this call from a client's terrace, actually, which is
a bus station or a train station.
Yeah, bus station, train station. Right. Okay. So before I get into the subject of blockchain and NFTs, I'll talk to you a little bit about my background, because I think it's a really good opportunity for me to present actually what NFTs are. So as Lucian said earlier, I founded a company that's called Oris.io, and Oris.io is a crypto company. What we did is a use case that at this point is quite popular in the blockchain space. We built a cryptocurrency that has 100% backed by gold. So what this means is that every single token is linked on the blockchain as information to a real existing gram of gold that is stored into a partner's vault. So in a very secure location. Now the advantage of that is transacting physical gold, moving it around the world is very, very expensive and quite inefficient. It takes a long time. It's difficult to insure. It's difficult to transport. There are risks, for instance, of it being stolen. That's why it's guarded in armored trucks and so on and so forth. But gold is a very traded asset because it's a safe haven. It's a good hedge to the economy. And what we wanted to do is bring the advantages of the crypto space, the blockchain space, into the world of gold. So we wanted to create literal digital gold, unlike Bitcoin, which is basically virtual digital gold. It's more purely virtual in that sense. We wanted to create virtual physical gold. Now, a key trait to 24 karat, so investment grade gold, is that it is fungible. Now, I normally, when I create these sessions and I'm waiting for, I'm actually going to pose an open question to Lucian here. I like to be very interactive with my audience. Now, so you already nodded no.
Yes, yeah, no, please. You have freedom to do that. So you're not bound to the slides.
So I would like to see if there's anyone in the audience right now who would like to explain the difference between the concept of fungible. So the difference between fungible, non-fungible, and what they mean. Is there anyone who'd like to do that? Please raise a hand if you would like to do so. There's no pressure, no worries. I'll help out. I'll give you a couple of seconds to see if there's any takers, and if not, I'll do it myself.
I think you will just have to explain it.
Cool. Okay. So the concept of fungibility, so to speak, refers to a core characteristic of an asset. Now, the easiest difference to make, as it's made on this slide, is between money and art. That's where you can see the biggest difference in fungibility. One of the core concepts of money, one of the core characteristics of money is the fact that it is fungible, which means that the smallest unit of money is absolutely equal in value to any other smallest unit. So $1, no matter what dollar you're speaking to, is worth, is worth $1. 1 gram of gold, of 24 karat gold, is worth the exact same amount as any other gram of 24 karat gold, fundamentally. So this makes them fungible assets. It means fungible means that you can replace any one fundamental unit with any other one fundamental unit and basically not feel the difference. Bitcoin, from a financial sense, because you can see on this slide, Bitcoin is there as a fungible and intangible asset. Bitcoin in a economic sense is fungible because any Bitcoin is equal to any other Bitcoin in terms of value. But in practice, or theoretically actually speaking, or technically speaking, better said, it is non-fungible because you can track any Bitcoin along its life from the point it was created to any other address, which doesn't necessarily apply for dollars unless you mark them. But skipping on the other side of going on to non-fungible, you can see why a piece of art is non-fungible. It's impossible to create two exact same pieces of art. You're going to have a difference in terms of, obvious differences, size and quality, or depth, or the meaning, or who created it, or when they created it, which is also important. Is it a replica? Is it not a replica? Fundamentally, you could not see how you could trade one for the other at the same value. Now, this is the main difference between fungible and non-fungible assets. So the coin that I spoke about earlier, Orus, which is 100% backed by gold, is a fungible token. And basically, this concept of fungible and non-fungible tokens has appeared a couple of years ago in the crypto space. And again, a very obvious fungible token is Orus, and a very obvious and very popular non-fungible token were CryptoKitties, which existed, which were popular a while ago. Does anyone here know CryptoKitties?
I know. You could breed them and come up with different kitties and sell them online, and
Exactly.
very interesting.
Now I have another question for I'm sure you do, Andrea. It is a cool name. So I have another question for anyone in the audience. Does anyone own an NFT? Or has anyone ever thought of acquiring an NFT? And if so, I'd be curious what NFT, if there's anyone in mind that you particularly had.
Okay, silence from the participants, so I will answer also. I thought about acquiring an NFT. I don't have one. I like basketball, which is why I would definitely try to acquire a slam dunk from NBA as an NFT. Would that be possible?
I haven't heard of a project like this, but if you have,
actually not a slam dunk, a video of a slam dunk from an NFT or from an NBA game, let's say.
Yeah, I could see how you could have cards with a particular slam dunk. Okay, cool. So we'll just go on with the presentation. Fundamentally, I've already defined. Wait, let's see. I only know the NFT with Nadia Comuneci gymnastics moves made for a fashion and cultural event. Okay, I don't own an NFT yet, but I consider buying. All right, cool. So we'll move on in terms of defining NFT. NFT is no longer as a core concept, which is simply a token that represents an asset that is fundamentally non-fungible. So that can vary from anything to art, to particular moments, to whatever you could describe in a non-fungible way. You could, in theory, embed it within an NFT. So from a technical standpoint, which is what this slide is about, NFTs are created by the usage of smart contracts, a popular notion amongst the blockchain world. Smart contracts are particularly what enable us, literally contractually, to lock in a non-fungible asset in a token, creating therefore an NFT, a non-fungible token. So here we can see a very true statistic, which is the majority of NFT contracts, they are very, very simple. It just describes what is within the NFT. So if it's a piece of digital art, if it's right to a piece of digital land in a metaverse sort of app, as it's now being popularized heavily since Facebook's name change. All of these things are quite actually simple from a technical standpoint. They just include proof of ownership of a particular asset, and then minting it as being an NFT.
It's actually like a deed of property of
Exactly.
NFT.
Of a digital thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
specifically non-fungible in this case. Now, they can go into, if you go back a bit to the other slide just for a second, they can go into more detail than simply just a picture and an owner. You can have, you can go deeper into embedding traits. Traits are something that are very, very popular right now amongst NFTs.
You can embed also, for example, information about the creator of the NFT. You can embed trait. In trait, you mean like I can embed like the owner will owe me 10% of any reselling of that NFT, for example?
No, not necessarily. I wasn't talking about that. If you look at, for instance, a project like CryptoKitties is a bunch of NFTs. Each NFT is a particular cat, and the cat has traits. It can be big ears, small ears, big nose, small nose, big whiskers, small whiskers, dark whiskers, light whiskers, brown eyes, blue eyes, red eyes, pink eyes. Well, not the disease. You can code within these smart contracts. You can code different ways in which these features can, or these traits can interact amongst themselves. And this is how it's used for breeding games. Now, I think everyone here knows Pokemon. Pokemon had traits in terms of how they would evolve. You can take this, you can physically embed these things programmatically into something that can be owned, which is happening right now in the NFT space, which has been booming a lot recently. And we'll look at that in the next slide in just a second. People are figuring out how to mix and match these digital things. And what is happening is that they're bringing us further and further towards a migration to the digital world. Now, I'm going to show you on this slide some volumes and some numbers behind certain NFTs. I'm going to tell you kind of what they are, so you have an idea. And then I'll tell you why this is a major shift in society and modern culture. So I think we're going to stay on this slide for a while, Andre. So we've got a couple of projects here. The name of the projects, what blockchains they're on, which is quite irrelevant, but most importantly, how many $1 million have moved to these projects, into these projects. NBA Top Shot, I think, is the project that Luciano was speaking about earlier, which is the NBA literally selling videos of legendary slam dunks that you can buy and own. And what owning means in NFTs is very, very important. So I'll make a short bracket here. One of the major counter arguments against NFTs, as given by most people that want to hate on them, is that what's the difference? You know, you can just look the video up on YouTube. Why would I want to own it as an NFT? Which is an understandable question in many, many, many cases, potentially even in the NBA Top Shot version. But a key aspect of what ownership means is something very unique. Ownership means, among other things, the ability to sell onwards. When you can truly prove that you own something when you have the right to keep it or to give it away in exchange for something. And this is the core interesting thing about NFTs, is that you can own them and therefore sell them onwards. And this is exactly what has been happening here, because this is, in this graph, we have cumulative secondary sales volumes, which means how much these NFTs have been traded amongst people, how much money have these NFTs circulated in total. It's not a one-off purchase. This is a stat that adds up secondary markets as well, which means people selling to other people and other people and other people. Now, if we look at the numbers here, they're crazy. NBA Top Shot has $322 million in revenue. CryptoPunks has, in secondary trade, CryptoPunks have $107 million. And if, Lucian, could you by any chance open like a Chrome tab on the share screen?
Just a second, I will open a new one. And I will transfer it here. Can you see the screen?
Yes. Okay. And Google CryptoPunks. CryptoPunks OpenSea.
This one?
All right. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Okay. So let's take a look here. These are the CryptoPunks. These really, really incredibly basic pixelated drawings are worth millions, some of them. I think one of the most expensive CryptoPunks has sold for around $3 million. And there's just this. Like, this is how simple they are. They don't get more complicated than this. They're like, I don't know, 16-bit figures or whatever, 30, 64, whatever the fuck. They're ridiculously simple. Now, so let's look below. What's the largest sale? Oh, sorry, my bad. $7.6 million. If you look at the top one below, the number one. There it is, $7.58 million, 7.54, 5 million, 6 million. This is crazy. So the question is, why are these things selling for so much money? And the answer to that is specifically the subject I wanted to talk about earlier.
Yes, it's about scarcity.
No,
it's
not about scarcity.
Okay.
What it's actually about is, yeah, we can take a look at Angry Boards as well a bit later, but I really want to make this point, which is people are speculating on this concept of the metaverse. Now, what does the metaverse mean? This is an important subject when it comes to NFTs. Many have defined the metaverse as simply being something like virtual realities, or projects like Decentraland, which is a completely virtual space, these sorts of things. But the best definition I have heard of a metaverse is the following. Metaverse is actually a moment in time more than a concept. That moment in time being the moment in which people start putting more value onto things that are in the digital world than into things that are in the physical world. So people investing more money in virtual clothes than, as a global statistic, people investing more money in virtual clothes than in physical clothes. People investing more money in virtual property than in physical property. These sorts of things. Now, we are bound to exceed that point at a certain point in time. It's absolutely clear that this will happen. The question is when. Now, people are speculating that it's going to be quite soon. I, for instance, doubt, and that is the fundamental reason for why they believe that these characters and these things, they will be a part of history of when humanity makes the switch to the digital world. If you try to open up your mind and see it a little bit in that case, it's the only way you can empathize with the people that have spent $7 million on a crazy 8-bit figure. It's a really, really future-oriented investment. And humanity right now, or especially the crypto market, is circling around this notion like crazy. Right.
Okay. So I wanted to discuss about what can be turned into an NFT. So as long as it has a digital footprint, can be turned into an NFT. Can we turn a statue into an NFT?
A physical statue turned into an NFT is quite complicated. You can turn a scan of that statue into an NFT.
3D rendering or something like that, right?
3D rendering, yes.
Into an NFT, and you can transfer. You can see here that the first tweet of Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter, has been sold for $2.9 million some time ago, bought from an entrepreneur in South Africa, I think. And we have lots and lots of examples like this. So basically, I think this craze around NFTs is also about the fact that it creates the sense that you are being left behind. People are buying NFTs. What's all about? I have to buy that too. Also creates a sentiment of scarcity because there are not so many NFTs on the market. You can it's a finite number of NFTs, and you can create a finite number of NFTs. Okay, you cannot create an NFT out of everything. Okay, so it's also something that is very useful because as you can turn art into NFTs, for example, photographs, videos, GIFs, paintings. It's another way of remunerating the artists. Since, for example, the pandemic, exhibitions for public have been closed. Many artists found themselves unable to promote their works, and this is another channel through which they can receive some money for their creations, right?
Exactly.
So I think it's a good thing, and we should follow it closely. Stefan, I had also some examples of minting platforms like OpenSea, which is the most popular of them, because the process of turning a photograph into an NFT is called minting, right?
Yep.
Okay.
The minting is basically creating any sort of thing on a blockchain. It's called minting, basically.
Okay.
It also applies to NFTs. Yeah.
So these are some popular marketplaces of NFTs where you can go and you can create your NFT. They are specialized. Some of them are for arts and music. Some of them are for game studio or collectibles, and so on and so forth. So do go through them if you are interested and collect more details and see what's all about. The capitalization growth of the NFT market, as you can see on this slide, is a staggering one, and it's continues to grow in the following years. So it's also a way to support artists if you invest in such NFTs, for example. Okay. So very briefly about how to do that. The OpenSea case, which is the most popular and simple platform, I think. It's just you go to the OpenSea platform. You will have to set up your digital wallet. Okay. Then you'll have to connect it to the OpenSea platform. If you have one already, for example, then you can create your collection on the platform, add social links, description, a profile, a banner images, and set a secondary sales fee, for example, if you want to establish that from the beginning. Then add your NFTs, whether it's an image, a video, audio file, a 3D art, 3D rendering, for example, of a statue. Add some information about your NFT, like title, description. You can customize it with different properties and unlockable content. And then you can list them for sale in different manners, either in auctionable manner or a fixed price or whatever you want. So these are some screenshots from the OpenSea. We will not go through them. They just explain what I've been telling you about. You will see that you have a limitation. For example, the file that you want to upload should not be higher than 100 megabytes, which limits you on some sorts, but most of the pictures or photographs that you can take with an ordinary camera are below that range. Okay, so this was about the NFTs. We have a couple of interesting questions in chat and the Q&A. Stefan, if you want to address them. So, you did already. Okay.
Yes, but I can take it as a. We can make it a public conversation as well.
Yes.
Bogdan asked, making one symbol like a logo or something similar as NFT means that no one can use that symbol as a graphic element. And in theory, yes, it does mean that, but because of the underlying nature of the digital world, which is that is very easy to duplicate things since everything is information that you can actually read. and therefore recreate. In practice, what the blockchain does offer you, and minting something as an NFT does offer you, is the absolute proof, undeniable proof, consensus-based proof that you have created that thing when you have created it, which would help any copyrights argument completely. You know, if all logos or trademarks are registered on a blockchain, it would basically automatically there would be no way to dispute them, which is very, very interesting. And Daniel asks, is it possible to create a medical record of one person as an NFT? And yes, it is, exactly as Andrei said, as Lucia said, sorry, as long as you turn it into a digital file. Yes. Are there any other questions?
Great. Yes, this is what I wanted to ask. So if there are any other questions, please raise your hand and we'll open the microphone so that you can ask it live. Otherwise, Andrea, do we still have a poll, right? Or is that not a thing?
It's actually the feedback form, which I'm going to copy and paste into in the chat. There was still Raluca's question, Lucian,
Yes.
and meanwhile
Yes,
I'm going to send.
Yes, for Raluca's question, you said that your potential clients are mainly schools, local administrations, therapy centers, educational centers, libraries, and museums. So you will have to, once you build the personas for them, because that's the main client, but you will need to identify the profile of the person in that local administration that you want to discuss with, because you will not discuss with the cleaning lady. You will need a profile of somebody working in the I don't know, acquisitions department or IT or whatever. So once you build that persona for each of the clients that you are targeting, then you will identify other means of contacting them apart from what you wrote there, you know, email, Facebook, LinkedIn. Okay, maybe they are present in other platforms, or maybe they are present in different fairs, or maybe you can target them via some other partners that are already some kind of contract with that local administration or school. Okay, I hope this answered the question. What we can take from the NFT part, it's something new. It's something very, very interesting, in my opinion. And it's something worthwhile reading about it and see, because it represents an evolution, you know. Like in the Renaissance represented a revolution in the arts world, you know. I think the emergence of the NFTs represents a similar revolution in the art world, because it can provide a different way for artists to express themselves, to promote their art, and to get more money out of it and create more art. So it represents a natural, I think, evolution of the creative sector, and not only because it does not refer only to the creative sector. If you have a smartphone like we all do, and you want to turn one of your pictures or videos of your cat into an NFT, then you can do that. Okay, so who will buy your NFT? Of course, other collectors, let's say, or for example, if it's an interesting GIF, you'll get lucky, and your NFT will be bought by an NFT gallery, you know, that will pay you a fee each time that GIF will be displayed. Okay, so all of these are possible. Please read more about it, and I encourage you to you know, try to invest in some NFT market. Okay, maybe you will like something. So on my part, thank you. Thank you, Stefan, for being present and for explaining in detail everything.
My pleasure.
Andrea, it's microphone is yours.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for being with us today. We hope it's been a valuable learning experience for you. I copy pasted in the chat the link for our feedback form, and we'd really appreciate it if you took 1 minute to fill in the form. In the next few days, you will receive both the recording of the session as well as the presentation and links Lucian has provided. So if there aren't any other questions, I think we can actually close the session. Thank you again.